John Melton coming to you live with RealJohnMelton.com, and I've got the Russian Hammer in the house, and we're going to talk about some tips for you to enroll more people, because we don't want to call it closing, although it really is.
Yeah.
But Nadia has enrolled a lot of people over the years, and she's going to give you some strategic strategies to get more results in your business. So pay attention.
Okay, so we're going to share with you a couple of super awesome closing questions to help you get to the bottom line, because ultimately that is what you need to do, is you need to help somebody make a decision. Whether the decision is yes or no, if you can strategically ask them the questions to lead them to make a decision, you got it.
Yeah.
So, but before we get into the questions, a couple of attitude adjustments potentially if you need it. So number one, you got to realize it's not about the words that you say, it's about the posture that you carry, right? They say that only 7% of our communication is the actual words, and 93% is our body language. It's our energy level. It's the way that we carry ourselves.
So it's interesting because you see a lot of people that it seems like they can sign up anybody.
Right.
And then you see other people, it seems like they can't sign up anyone.
Exactly.
What's the difference?
What is the difference?
It's the person that is doing the closing, the talking.
Right.
And typically with my experience, the person that isn't signing up a lot of people is talking too much.
Exactly.
The person that's getting a lot of enrollments, they have a lot of people joining their team, they're getting a lot of customers also, tends to be the person that's asking the right questions and listening to the actual answers.
Yes, exactly. So you want to realize, number one, that it's more than just the words you're saying. You got to have that inner confidence that, yes, I have the right opportunity. So you got to make sure that you believe in what it is that you're doing, because if you don't believe it, you're not going to have the confidence to lead people to join that opportunity.
Hey, do you want to join my team maybe and hopefully make some money and give it a try?
No, I don't. No. So number one, you got to believe, right? Number two, you got to know that less is more. You got to ask the questions, and that also comes with the proper perspective. So it's not about you, which is where if you're leading with what you need, you have what we call commission breath, and that's, people run away from that. So you want to avoid that. You know what I mean? It stinks. Okay, so you want to lead with what they need. So you do that by asking questions. Whoever is asking the questions is in charge of the conversations. Okay, so now that we laid the proper foundation, now let's talk about what are the good questions to ask. So I'm going to throw a couple of my favorites, and then John, you can add to that. So one of my very favorite questions, as soon as the presentation is over, and if it's your personal recruit or personal prospect, I recommend you use somebody other than you to present the opportunity. So, but what I love to ask is, hey, what did you like most about what you saw? Because if I can have the prospect sell themselves, that's better than me doing it. Less is more. I don't want to work. I want them to sell themselves and why they ought to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then if at that point, let's say John goes, well, Nadia, I have some questions. I go, awesome. I'm sure you do. But what did you like most? Right? Because he didn't answer my question, and he needs to handle my question first.
Yeah, because you want to identify their hot buttons.
Yes. Very important. So you are going to ask the questions strategically to let them tell you what their hot buttons are.
Yep.
Okay. So that's number one. So then he's going to say, well, Nadia, you know what? I really like the money. I like this. I like that. I go, awesome. Tell me more about that. Why is it that you want to make more money? And then he's going to say, well, I want to get out of debt, or I want to travel more, or whatever.
Yeah, and you want to make sure they have the right intentions.
Sure.
And you can talk about the right expectations. If someone's like, oh, yeah, I want to make money. I want to make 10 grand a month by next month.
Yeah,
and
by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and it's and that is possible, but you're going to have to make sure, if they can make 10,000 a month, they're going to have to be super influential, bring on a ton of people, right? So the reality is that's not most people. So you're having a conversation. You're not just asking a question so you get to the next question. Pay attention, have conversations, and it might go in some different directions. Still try to keep it focused on getting them started, of course. But the bottom line is, when you're asking these questions, you're really looking to identify the hot buttons. So if somebody's really excited about the money, don't go into a lot of detail about the product.
Right.
If someone's extremely excited about the product and how it can help people and the benefits, don't talk about making millions of dollars.
Yeah, I agree. That's perfect. And then as they tell me why it is that, let's say in John's case, why he wants to make a lot of money, then I'll say, okay, well, doing what you're doing right now, how long would it take you to accomplish XYZ? And I'm going to tell him exactly what he just told me. And one of my favorite questions of all times is I would say, okay, so where are you on a scale of 1 to 10, right? Where's your head at with everything? Like 1 being you just want to be a customer and 10 being you're ready to get started. And so that way we know exactly where they are and we can take it from there.
Yep.
That's it. Those are my tips.
Yeah, that's it.
Was this valuable?
Those are my questions too.
Was.
Absolutely.
Hopefully that was. Okay, so if it was, can you comment below this video? Let us know what is it that you do. If you're an awesome like closer, what we call a velvet hammer, like share a tip or two below. And also, I'm telling you, for more tips, trainings, insights, when that has to do, if you want to cross the bridge from not sure how to build a network marketing business to you want to become a top producer, seriously, you gotta go to realjohnmelton.com and download his free PDF where he shares exactly how he packs his calendar, 15 sources to get leads like today. So thanks for having me, John.
Absolutely.
This was really fun.
You crushed it. Thanks for watching.
Your hotness. Thanks.